Good evening, everyone. I'm Young from Spotify Podcast with a big role in the courts in defining rights according to the Sixth Amendment. I had a referral concerning the matter, imagery, in the artistic manner of how we place our portraits and our paintings within our home in the development of a home unto a consideration of offering within exceptions and denials processed through paperwork and the LLC of the state that individual reside in versus the seniors and the citizenships in that particular community, and also the clerk and the city hall, which are involved in the matter for certificates and diploma. The certification for the growth of a spiritual connection within the imagery of the body of the person, attachment within the choice of lawyer in lawful manners, and also the attorney's office. Are those involvements acceptable at growth in the human development terms in community forms and shapes? Therefore, if the insisting of a connection between a hired attorney or a public defender are in growth of bonding within the bondage of both the courts and the single family business or orientation or tradition, and also heritage in combination, are those fairly accelerated and expressed throughout the communications of both homes separately at growth in the human development field? For so to know, there are some traditional discussions between the Hope and Casda civil concerns, which are detrimental and can also disable both hands at the lawful manners conducted in the courts for certain cases such as mental health, rehabilitation, and in the process of natural growth and health in the general hospitality. Within those involvements of both parties at the growth of the development from a human point of view, are the continuations to be accepted throughout the other as well as the one when it comes to decision making, outstanding and perfecting task at homework and in the surrounding area of the community for a particular case such as the mental health. For I have sometimes predicted a song or a lyric in the language of the English vocabulary, or also non-written sentence that can administrate some type of ultimate connection, where one party and another party to another party are involved in the same sentence, but not have an equal share in the same mind state or activity through their differentials at their own individual time. And after I stated the song on a instrument, and I would prefer to take away the bass and play the string, and in vain, when the string become a tone, it can be administrated through a stone forward the three parties without the acknowledgement of all three. And that meditation and insisting sometimes outgrow towards the audience and the listeners and those who are uninvolved, who would prefer to take that particular note or string or sentence and include it in their own outer appearance or characteristics within their studio and recording, engineering, boarding, or line of trades and blueprints. With those addings in the growth of audiences and stage presence, how do those in the courts take such accommodations and compliance towards the Sixth Amendment in the United States of America? For a third world country citizen, the accommodations are very differently aspect. They don't have the great controversy included throughout the discussions if the approach from one party towards the third are civilized and well conducted within the conduct. And there's no ultimate hype that can diffuse towards the third party in the creativity of how one sentence on a soundtrack towards a string can duplicate to a emotion of exchange, where the third party is seated as the lawyer, the defendant, the court, but yet the crowd, the audience, and other artists are duplicating that forward for their own safety and cautious reactions similar to their fan base and family dining room. And are those duplications accepted, or are they a difficult task for those who are surprised of it within the third party circle expressed towards the audience of decision making forward others in the duplication? Well, very difficult to explain and easy to react, yet the reaction can sometimes be negative in the public domain, which can be a misunderstanding at fault in the receptions received and accepted by those public citizens in the country, sharing the same sentences and strings, and the hype of the soundtracks and the duplications of the exchange from artists to artists, and also in the art and portrait of what we emplaced or substitute our image with in the community. With that being said, are we satisfied, content, misconcepted, accepted, denied at that point of explanation and duration? Please, if anyone may leave comments, you can find me on Twitter at CPCASDA USA, and also on my Instagram page and Facebook. You can further more reply in your own conspiracy or outrageous thinking. Just be respectful, please, and sound as professional as possible, or as artistic as pleased in your own home and work site. Thank you very much. I'm Young from Spotify podcast. See you guys later.